Welcome to the Humble Narcissist Podcast. Today we are going to do anime part 2. And we have brought in a couple... I closed my eyes that whole time. That's fine. We brought in a couple friends. If you watched the Thanksgiving episode, you'll remember Kayla. And today we brought in her husband, Anthony, because they are both anime lovers.
Hello.
You could say it louder than that.
Hello.
You don't have to get in super close either.
You can just talk normally.
I will talk normally.
This is his first time doing anything like this, so good luck and don't mess it up. Don't forget you can't swear for the first 90 seconds. Dylan.
I haven't swore yet.
Now, we are going to start this off by talking about what we've been up to. Dylan, go.
Honestly, nothing. I've been reading that one book
I know.
that your husband got me into.
The dragon porn book.
Yes.
Kayla wanted to read it, but she's not allowed to because it's dragon porn.
He is allowed to.
That's news to me.
It's worth reading.
Because my husband got Dylan into the book, and then so did our friend Hallie on the game. She was talking about how great it was, so Dylan read it. Mm-hmm. And now my husband hasn't read it yet, and I keep asking Dylan to spoil it because my husband hates spoilers, and that's fun.
I'm not that mean.
Dylan also asked me, random thought, that if Corey could look at Susie Tooth this week on Drag Race because she was dressed as a Harlequin and Corey could not, and it cracked me up. And just because I like to talk about things that Corey doesn't like. Anyways, what have you two been up to?
Mostly work.
And school.
Shock. Watching Drag Race with you. Traitors.
I know. Do you remember? Okay, so again, side note. Last year we were gonna, or no, it was 2 years ago we were gonna watch Drag Race together. Mm-hmm. Or was it last year? Which one was it? Mirage.
Mirage was last
season 16. I think she was 16.
So, yeah.
We were gonna watch that together, but then that kind of fell through. But this year I'm making her do it. Mm-hmm. So we have been watching every single episode, and so far I think she's liking it. Who's your favorite?
I think I like Susie.
Who do you like, Anthony? You've been watching it too, or have you not been paying attention?
I might have been spacing out a little bit, and I'm bad with names.
Dylan, who's your favorite?
In this season, Arietti.
Really?
Yeah, because they're mean.
Mean girls.
I think Lexi Love is my favorite.
Are you a kumbaya girl or are you a mean girl?
Girl, you know that if I was there, I'd be a mean girl.
I know.
And so would you. Except you'd be the quiet mean girl. You wouldn't be like the ones that are loud and just telling everybody the truth the whole time.
Well, yeah.
But all I've been doing is going out to eat, and that's really about it. I know. I got on the scale today, and I'm back up to 270.
Congratulations.
Shut up, Dylan.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Not all of us can be skinny and beautiful with our Aussie P. Asshole. I went to my mother's retirement lunch that her friends threw for her, and her friend Brenda was talking about how she couldn't finish her meal because she was like, I'm really sorry, it's the Ozempic, but she said it really quietly. So I hope she doesn't watch this and feels ashamed. But I sat there and I was like, you and Dylan, you both just love throwing that in my face, don't you?
Yes, because it just messes with you.
It does. My mom gave me all the bad medical shit, but she did not give me diabetes. So I'm still working for it. One day.
One day you'll earn it.
Me and my crumble cookies, where I'll give them my social security number just to get a cookie. Did I tell you that story?
No.
Oh my God. So we talked about it on the podcast once. And what happened was I selected the wrong location of crumble to pick up. So I went to the wrong place. So when I got there, the girl was like, well, what's your name? And I was like, Stephen Van Hoosier is what it should be under. And then she's like, I'm not seeing it in the system. And she's like, what's your address? What is the last 4 digits of the credit card that you used? And I'm just giving her all this information. And then I'm like, isn't this the Southport location? And she's like, no, this is the Greenwood. I was like, oh.
They're two different places.
I know. And then we went flying to Southport because I was like, they better not give my cookies away. I would have given her anything she wanted. I just wanted my cookies. But this week, they don't have a very good selection. And then they're trying to do the pre-order for the Valentine's Day. Oh. Their selection sucks for Valentine's Day. It's like confetti cake or...
Oh.
I like that one, I thought. Or is it the birthday cake I'm thinking of?
I think it's a confetti cake, and then they're also doing classic pink and...
Heart-shaped cookies, too?
No, none of them are heart-shaped.
I'm surprised.
So it was kind of a bummer. They have like chocolate strawberry lava cookie. That was the only one that sounded good, but I don't need it. But anyways, what else have you guys been doing? Anything fun before we get into this discussion of anime?
No, just reading.
Not really.
Kayla's favorite song is I Want to Be Ninja. She runs around and dances to it, and she takes her credit card and fights with it. I don't know if that's a little racist, but it's fun to watch. She doesn't really do that. Just a disclaimer. So now that we have discussed what we have been up to, let's get to anime. Dylan, would you like to start us off?
Sure. Have you watched Princess Jellyfish?
I told you not to bring this up because no, I have not watched Princess Jellyfish, and I keep saying, yeah, I've watched it, and I tell you it's about a princess who's a jellyfish, and
it's
then
not.
You're like, it's about a drag queen,
It
so you
is about
haven't
a drag
watched it.
queen.
So I could have been a smartass and said, I've watched it. It's about a drag queen's journey.
Yeah, okay.
Because is that wrong? Is that a wrong description?
Yeah. You gotta watch it.
I'll watch it eventually. So I don't know if you guys saw. I told him to watch all my gay animes, all my BL, and he did. And he told me to watch Princess Jellyfish, and I did, obviously. But anyways, because he did watch the two that I asked him to, so I eventually have to watch Princess Jellyfish, and it won't be like your novel. I'll actually read it.
It's only 12. You'll actually read it.
I'll watch it
it's
eventually.
Only 12 episodes.
That's not a lot.
It's
No,
not a lot.
it's
Kayla,
not.
whose side are you on?
Just saying, it's shorter than.
You could watch it in probably like 3 hours tops.
Well, is it something Corey will like, or will I do? Or
I don't know. He might.
Because I don't know if you guys do this, but in a relationship, there are shows that you have to watch together, and then shows that you have to watch apart. Will that be one that I have to watch together or apart?
Probably apart. I mean, I don't think it would matter.
I cannot watch 90 Day or My Real Housewives when we are together because he hates them both, whereas I love them.
I don't want to watch Kardashian stuff.
Ooh, okay. Sidebar. Did you notice, did you see Kanye making his wife dress up like that at the Grammys?
Yes.
And then they got kicked out? That's so great.
I thought he wasn't invited in the first place, though.
Nope, he was not. And then everybody was upset that Beyonce won Best Country Album, and they were like, how dare she? And they were like, all these people are voting, and blah, blah, blah. It was Fox News, so...
Oh, yeah.
Of course, we know what they were really upset about. Anyways, so Princess Jellyfish, give us a quick little synopsis. What's it about?
So it's about like
A drag queen?
Yes, it's about a drag queen, but it's about this girl. She lives in this home with all these other girls. They're all otakus.
What the hell's an otaku?
Very, very nerdy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they each have their own brand of nerd, and so they don't like random guys in their house. That's why he
Well, most
pretends
girls
to be
don't.
right. So that's why he pretends to be a she with them, but he's just a drag queen anyways. And I don't know. You just gotta watch it.
Is it really good?
I liked it.
You seem to be pushing this pretty hard.
Yeah, because you haven't watched it yet.
Well,
I'm gonna push it till you watch it just to spite you.
you're a pusher, Dylan. You're a pusher.
Have you watched any animes with a drag queen?
Yeah, Fruits Baskets.
Right.
Fruits Basket?
No, not
Yeah,
Fruits Baskets.
Fruits
or
Ba-
on High. Or
Yeah,
on,
but Fruits Baskets has one too.
they have a
the
cross-dresser.
monkey. Yeah.
Ritsu.
Oh, they have one in One Piece.
Ooh.
They do, yeah.
I haven't
Did you
watched
ever?
One Piece.
I haven't either, but I know
You
the
gotta get caught
gist.
up.
I like the Netflix series.
That's good.
Would you say the Netflix series is good, like the regular series, or bad? Like not
I
can't
think
compare.
It's good. I mean, it's obviously more condensed down and it goes at a way faster speed because it's really dragged out in the anime. But I think they do a good job.
I think, I mean, they...
Not like Death Note.
No, Death Note was
That was
awful.
It was awful.
Every live action that they do is awful. Like they tried to do Bleach, and that was just awful too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was skeptical about One Piece having a live action.
I haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho though, so I don't know if that one's any good.
They're supposed to be turning Your Name into a live action, and I don't
Well,
know
that
if
one's
I
just
like
kind of
that.
like a
It was
love
movie.
story anyway.
Yeah.
So that might be fine,
I don't know.
but you never know.
Most of them are a little sketchy.
Have you watched Fruits Basket
No.
or
I've
Fruit
not.
Basket? Oh
I
my
saw,
god!
It's
one
Fruits
episode when I
Basket.
first started watching anime, but I don't really remember what it's about.
There's a cat named Kyo in it, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing
He's
I
the
know.
13th. Is it the 13th zodiac? Because
Yes.
each one represents a certain animal of the zodiac, and if they hug somebody of the opposite sex, they turn into that animal. And Toru, who is, we'll just say, lovably stupid.
Eeyore. She's Eeyore.
Yeah, she's a Debbie Downer throughout the whole thing because her mom's dead. And she just keeps talking about, Mom would love it if I did this. And it's like, we don't care, Toru. You're the most boring character in this anime.
The remake is better than...
Remake is better because it actually has a conclusion.
Right, and it doesn't have the weird Scooby-Doo villain.
It still had the Scooby-Doo villain.
Not
it was just,
really.
It did because he turned into the weird Scooby-Doo villain because I remember them talking about how gross he smelled and looked.
I don't think he turned it into it with this new one.
Yes, he did.
I don't remember
because
that.
It was after the Scooby-Doo villain moment where she had to go meet, what's her name, Yukio, who was supposed to be a dude, and then they found out that, or what is the name Yukio? Anyway, the head of the family. Then they find out that he is really a she, and she likes to abuse Rat Boy, doesn't want anything to do with Cat Boy, and abuses everybody in the family. So really, she's
like
just
the
a
horse
terrible
girl.
person. Yeah, she beats the shit out of Horse Girl.
I know.
So then Cowboy doesn't like that at all because he's in love with Horse Girl. And it's weird. I don't know if they're like blood all related or just like
They're
whatever.
all cousins.
It's weird because they all like
Cousin
bang each
cousins?
other.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but to be fair, if they're cursed, the only people they can touch and like not turn into animals is
Each
other
other.
people that
Nice.
do it. So, sucks for them. Or they could be queers. That's another option because then you're not hugging people of the opposite sex.
Right.
Momiji's my favorite. He's a lovable little bunny rabbit. And he has a sad story because his dad hates him and so does his mom. But he has to hide in the shadows the whole time. Yeah, he has a sad story. It's a cute one. Have you guys watched Or on High? Let's talk about that.
Never heard of it.
Oh my god.
Or
that's
on
so
High School
good.
Host Club. Speaking of drag queens.
I know.
Because-
Well, that's a king right there.
Yeah. What is her name in it?
Haruhi.
Haruhi is she goes to a school of like the richest of the rich.
Mm-hmm.
So she sits there and she's there on scholarship because she's poor. And her dad is a drag queen. And then she ends up in the host club where it's just like beautiful boys that like try to flirt with the girls to make them pay them and all this stuff. And she breaks a vase that's worth like 20 million. So then to make her work it off because they think she's a dude at this point because she's wearing the guy's uniform.
Because she fell into the water and then got gum in her hair, so
Yep.
she had to cut her hair short.
Yep. So they make her be a host. So then she's got to flirt with other girls and all that to try to pay back her debt. But then they realize the main dude, what's his name? Tamaki. Tamaki's the last to realize that he is a she. And my favorite in that, which started a lot of nerds' twincest obsession, are the twins in it. Because that's their whole shtick in the host club is that they're twincest. I love that anime.
It's so good. I wish they continued it.
They should have. The animes continued it, or the manga
mangas
continued it.
continued, yeah.
Because now, where they ended it was she moved to the U.S. and her and Tamaki went together.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole host club followed her to the U.S.
Okay.
The twins, their mom is like the world's like premier fashion designer. And so one is clearly a homosexual and the other one's not.
There's
And
always one.
they figured out that she was a he because they were supposed to put her in the nice outfit. So when they went to try to undress her, she smacked him. They're like, oh. And then they figured out that she or he is a
Well,
she.
they each figured it out at their own certain point in time.
Yeah, even the ladies who she was flirting with knew. So they were like, we know and we don't care. We still like you. It's like, yeah, lesbians exist. They've always existed. Dylan's favorite is, what's her name? It's not Rangiku.
That's Bleach.
I know it's Bleach. That's why I said it's not Rangiku.
What's her face who comes out of the ground?
Yes,
always
what
spinning
is
with
her
evil
name?
Laugh? I don't know, but it's great.
She's one of the best characters because she's in love with the, like, moody, sad boy. So she comes from, like, where is it? The UK or something, and she becomes an exchange student.
It's because she's obsessed with
With
playing
the dating
those-
games.
Yeah, the
And
dating games.
The guy she's in love
simulators.
with looks just like him. So when she saw that he went to that school, she was like, oh, I'm going. So then her dad goes, where are you going? And she just takes off in the private jet.
And flies there. Yeah.
Yes.
And then she becomes their mascot.
She does. She has the witch's cackle where she's like, and like comes spinning out of the ground.
Yep.
I love that one.
Or when they make their like little movie where they get bullied. And
Yes, because she wants them to do a boys' love movie where like all the boys have to be like their characters, and she's directing it and everything. That's a good one.
It's a good one to watch.
That's one of my first ones that I watched. Mm-hmm. Yeah, other than Sailor Moon, but Sailor Moon, I like the remakes a lot better. Sailor Jupiter's still a big old derp.
Well, the remakes kind of...
Is Jupiter your favorite? Is that why you made that face?
Anthony just really likes all the Sailor
Oh
Moon.
my goodness.
Who's your favorite Sailor Scout?
Probably Chibiusa.
Oh God, the
I know.
annoying little girl who
I
wants
forget
to like
the
bang her
names,
dad.
but whoever the main character is.
Oh, you like Usagi? Did you know that she's a Cancer, just like me? And shut up, Dylan. I know that you're going to make a joke about me being a Cancer.
No, I can see it. It totally fits.
I hate you sometimes, and I really want you to know that. I was actually talking about you today, just so everybody knows. This is a good story. They were asking me about, we somehow got on the subject of Diddy parties, and I said, I only wish Dylan was one of the people that were at the Diddy parties. And they were like, why? I go, not as like the freak-offs, like the ones participating, just like when he was younger, like sold to the freak-off. That way I could use it to become famous and talk about it. And I go, I would at least pay for the therapy. And then they were like, what is wrong with you? It was Vicky and Katie, and they started laughing, and I was like, or if I'm lucky, someone will murder him, and then I can be the friend of on the show, like on the ID network, and be like, he lit up a room. We had a podcast together. You guys should go listen because he'd really want you to.
Or Dylan being the sacrifice.
Because there's always that one person.
I hope I have one of those like candlelight vigils like they did for Taco Bell when it burnt down.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, because you listen to all the true crime stuff, there's always that one friend that uses it to like hawk their own stuff. And that's what I would do. And you know what?
And that's why you're a Cancer.
And you know what? If someone murdered me, Dylan, out of respect for me, I would like you to be like, we did a podcast together. Please listen. That's all he would have wanted. Either way, I'm on TV because I was murdered. So dream come true.
Exactly.
That's all I want. Anyways, back to anime. So you like Usagi.
Yeah, well, the reason that Kayla brought it up was because one time when I was having a dream as like a little kid, I literally had a dream about all the Sailor Moon characters lining up to kiss me.
Aw, that's kind of cute. I mean, we had different
So
dreams
even
about...
Tuxedo Mask?
Just the ladies.
Every time you mention Tuxedo Mask,
The movie.
Yes, I think of the movie where that guy throws his flower and he's like, you threw your flower at me.
It was so gay coded. It was so great.
That and Sailor Moon, the best video I've ever seen of it is the one that Dylan sent me, where it's the vacuum cleaner monster.
Oh yeah.
And she's sitting there with her vacuum, and she's like sucking up the air, and it finally is like, oh, we found the scouts, and she's like, sometimes sucking pays off. And that was in the original, and I'm like, girl, I know. How do you think I got a house? But. Oh God! And then Chibiusa was in love with her dad, which was super creepy.
But then you have the cousins.
Yeah, because the Uranus, or Uranus, as they said, to avoid that, and Neptune. Originally, when it came to the U.S., they had to censor it and make them cousins, if you guys remember. And then it was really weird because they were like kissing cousins, and it was like
Another kissing cousins.
I mean, it suited Indiana.
At least they weren't brother sister.
That's true.
They at least had that distance.
Did you see the new Crystal movie? Because the dudes turn into girls.
No.
Like they're okay. So I don't know if they're just supposed to be like drag queens or whatever, or trans. I don't know. I respect their story and their journey. But they're dudes that turn into lady scouts.
Okay.
And it's really weird. And there's a moment where the one kisses Usagi and is like, I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, yes, I have seen that.
I know you saw it because we talked about it before. It was so weird.
It's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. Go watch it if you want to see this weird ass movie. But then you have oh God. Sailor Saturn was a cool one because she kills people.
She's like the sickle cell, like dying one, isn't she?
Kinda.
Okay.
She's always dying and being reborn until now, because now Pluto, Saturn,
With her
Pluto,
Karen Bob.
Yeah, with her Karen Bob. the three outer, they take care of her now that she's like a teenager, and then she's like, let's go, even though she's stronger than all of them.
Because Pluto plays like her mom now, even though it's Ash from Pokemon.
That is Ash from Pokemon?
Yeah, Pluto.
Do you have any more sick and twisted Pokemon ideas? Because our one fan really enjoyed them.
I could probably think of some more.
Because Dylan thinks that Growlithe should be a ghost type because it died in dog fighting.
Yeah, why not?
And the more I think about it, because you sit there and you're like, you go, they would totally do that. They would do that because
they would
with the ghost. Because I forgot all about all the dark stories that they have.
I was gonna say, isn't it kind of dark? Yeah.
Drifloon, his story is that if you sit there and you have, it goes up to children because it's a balloon and it wraps its arm around them and flies them to the air and drops them to kill them. Then you have the sandcastle, which is not Sandygast, but
whatever its evolved form is.
Oh gosh, it's it's like my favorite ghost, and I can't remember its name now. Anyway, it's a big old sandcastle, and one of the Pokedex entries on Sun or Moon when it first came out says that when it moves, you see the remains of the dead children that it's eaten on the beach.
Or Corsola.
Corsola, because it died to pollution in the Galarian form, so it's ghost. And then, what's another one? Phantump is the spirits of dead children that possess the trees.
It's great.
So they have a lot of dark stories. Dusk Noir leads you to the underworld. What? There's some more, isn't there? Which ones am I forgetting?
Marini had
What about
one.
Cubone?
Cubone's was just his dead mom.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was just Kangaskhan.
Was it? No, it wasn't Kangaskhan. That's like a
could've
fan thing, isn't it?
It could
a
have
fan
been, though.
theory. Kangaskhan is too big. I don't think that that's right. Though I do think that someone should do a funny thing of like the ghost types just laughing at Cubone crying at its mom's because I would enjoy that. Anyways, we will take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more random ass anime.
Yeah.
We are back, and Dylan brought up a great anime named. You just said
I know.
it.
I had to think about it. It was what, Shimonetta? The world where the concept of a dirty joke doesn't exist?
Where there is a vigilante, I was trying to think of the word, where she runs around
It's all about sex terrorism.
Yeah, she runs around with underwear on her head and tells dirty jokes and stuff and makes people uncomfortable.
She's all cock and ball.
Yes! When she jumps away, she goes, cock and balls!
Yes.
That's a really good one. And Dylan even bought it because he liked it so much. So, Kayla, what's an anime you want to talk about?
Have you guys seen Spy X Family?
No.
I have not. I tried to get into it. My husband loves it.
It's great.
Give us the concept.
So it's basically about the spy who has to do this mission because he's from the East and they're trying to make peace with the West. And so his mission was to basically get close to this one guy on the West Side. But the only plausible way to do it is to have a family and have their kids be friends, and so that way they can make peace. So he has to have this fake family, and so he goes and adopts this little girl who's a telepath, and nobody knows she's a telepath. She's scared to say that she's a telepath, and eventually he ends up marrying this woman who's an assassin, just to have this whole family picture to get into the school to be friends with this one boy. And so none of them know each other's identities, and it's just kind of really funny because she can read both of their minds, so she knows that mom's an assassin and dad's a spy, but nobody really knows any of their secrets.
So then how did he marry her? Did they like date her?
It was just an agreement that they kind of came to. So it's like a weird
kind of like
relationship.
your marriage. You just kind of you were like, well, I guess we can do this. Corey really likes it, and then he was excited because I know that there's a dog in it now.
Yes, and the dog can see into the future, and so Anya, the little girl, can read the dog's mind and kind of help prevent bad things from happening.
Oh, I've seen little clips here and there. Like I saw the assassin mom beat the shit out of somebody. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll have to give it more tries than just the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, you should.
How many
at least
episodes
give
are
it
there?
4.
I think there's like 2 seasons that
Okay.
are like maybe 12 episodes long.
Yeah,
It's
just
no.
12.
Okay.
Shut up, Anthony. Now I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to put this in the same category as
Wow.
Princess Jellyfish.
I know you're never going to watch it.
Watch it. You know what,
And you
Dylan?
know why? Is because you hate trans people.
I do not.
Apparently you do because you won't watch it.
I really, now, I'll leave this in. I want you to know, because I'm from Indiana, the first thing I wanted to say was, my nephew is trans, but I stopped myself because that's just as bad.
Yes.
It's just like when we're like, you're homophobic, says, I have a gay friend. Your hairdresser doesn't count, sweetie.
Right, or
like,
when you're racist, but you have a black friend.
yes,
Yes.
that drives me insane. Anyway, back to anime. We're keeping this light. We're not going to go all political and shit, even though Anthony would probably love that.
What?
Did you know Assassination Classroom had a live action?
Ooh,
We just
No.
watched
just
that.
finished that.
Was it
yeah.
good?
I liked
You've seen it?
The live action.
Oh,
Oh,
the
not the live action.
Oh,
just
I've
the
seen
anime.
the anime. Nagisa looks like a little girl, and it would drive me
They
nuts.
make that joke in the anime.
Yeah,
know,
the
I've
whole
seen
time.
I've seen it.
Oh.
They're talking about the live action.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen Dylan's the one. See, I watch stuff that you tell me to because you told me to watch that, and I
Yeah.
watched it when you told me. So shut up. Princess Jellyfish will get watched eventually.
Okay.
Anyways, I like the red-haired boy in it. I forget his name,
Oh yeah.
but he was my
Karma.
favorite. Yeah.
Yes.
Karma's a bitch. Should have known better. JoJo Siwa created gay pop. I don't know if you know that, but she says that she did. She was singing before Lady Gaga, Cher, all of them. It's just a proven fact.
Huh.
She goes back to biblical times, JoJo Siwa.
Didn't they come out saying that someone else had that song?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yep.
And she tried to say that she wrote it and all this stuff, and it's like, no.
No.
This video
Much
from
older.
10 years
Yeah.
ago shows us that you did not write this song. Someone else did, JoJo, but nice try stealing it. Who you think you are, Amy Schumer? Anyway, yeah, Assassination Classroom, I like it. Weird old
That's good.
alien guy. And then they have that weird alien, like, student that, well, they're not aliens, they're just like mutants or something.
Yeah.
And he helps become an assassin too.
And then they have the AI computer.
Oh,
She
yeah.
becomes a student.
Yes. It's a really cute show. What about Solo Leveling? Have you watched that, Dylan?
I've watched a few episodes of it. It's not
so
bad.
Good.
That's
I
really
love
good.
It's
that
really
anime.
good. If you've only seen a few, then they're still setting stuff up. So you still are where Jin Woo is like a scrawny little boy, aren't you?
Probably.
Yeah.
I usually I think I watched it while I was playing video games, so I wasn't fully invested.
He has one of my favorite job classes, which is the necromancer, because that's what I'd want to be. I would want to control the dead, and I would be really good at it. Like,
Makes sense.
I wouldn't be able to fight like him. I'm not going to sit here and lie, but I could totally control dead things. But that's as far as I would get. But we've been watching it. I watched it first, and then Corey started watching it. So now I can't watch it without him because I watched it in Japanese because I was like, I want to see what happens next. It was one of those. I liked it that much, Dylan, that I watched it in Japanese.
Wow.
And then Corey started watching it, so now I'm not allowed to watch it without him. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
in English. Oof.
I'm like, God damn it. So yeah, it was kind of weird getting used to the voice changes, but I did.
I had to do for One Piece. I started off in English and then switched over to Japanese and
Now, have you ever played the
light
One Piece
side.
game?
what One Piece game?
I have not.
It's a turn-based, kind of tactical
Oh,
turn-based
okay.
game because you have to be like
But it's like
situated.
open world in a sense.
I got it and I played it for about 5 hours and then I got sidetracked with another game. I'll go back and beat it eventually. I'm not like Dylan. When I say I'm going to go back and beat a game, I will.
I will. I finally beat Chrono Cross.
Just like you'll watch that
A
anime.
game released in 1999.
I know, now I'm playing
And we
9.
Googled it. Another game released in 1999, and you never beat it.
I know. It's because I was poor. I didn't have it as a kid.
That is such a sad excuse. It's been out for 25 years.
I know. I'm playing it.
It's on every system, and you can't even lie. I know
know.
that you have it on at least 3 systems.
I really do.
I know because I have it on every
Because
system.
I had it on the Vita, I had it on my PlayStation,
Yup.
and my Switch.
Yeah. What else is it on? I have it on my
You can-
phone.
Yeah, you can have it on your
on my
phone.
Switch, my PlayStation, all that. I have it on, I have it on everything that it's
Mm-hmm.
on, other than Steam. Corey and I always have a disagreement because he's always like, you don't need the same game on multiple platforms. And I'm like, yes, you do.
Yeah, how can you play it if it's not portable?
Right. Like, I had it on the PlayStation, and now I needed it on the Switch so that
Yeah,
I could
because
have
what
it.
if you want to play it while someone else is watching TV?
Right.
You don't want to take over the TV.
And then I had it on my phone, but the problem with the phone is that you can't use the controller on it. So
And you can't use the backbone thing.
No, and do you know
First
how hard it
world
is to play
problems.
Chocobo Hot and Cold
Yeah.
on 9 with that, like, trying to do the phone with the touch
Oh,
screen?
no, because I would refuse.
I love Chocobo Hot and Cold. Anyway, it's a game that's kind of like hide and seek in a sense with a Chocobo that you ride around and you hit the ground and you try to find the items. Dylan sucks at it. It's my favorite part of 9.
You know what? I'm actually decent at it now that I use like the super fast mode
Why do you do the super fast for it?
because you can get more ground because the time stays the same.
Does it really?
Yes.
I've never tried that. You're a little cheater, Dylan.
I don't give a shit. I hate that game.
Fucking cheater.
Kind of like a Shangri-La Frontier where
Yeah.
they break all the rules to kind of.
Yes! Shangri-La Frontier is another
Okay.
good one. Dylan hasn't watched it, have you?
I'm
You
up to
started
episode
it.
17.
Yeah.
Ooh, you might be
Expert
farther
trash
than
gamer.
Corey now.
Yes.
But I like that one because I like the online games, obviously, because he and I play them all the time. And you guys played what? Guild Wars? Is
Yeah,
that
I
what it
played
was?
Guild Wars, mhm.
But like the one that I think got it right before Shangri-La, like how online games are, is Dot Hack. I thought Dot Hack
I
got it
didn't
right.
like what's it called, Sword Art Online.
No, I hated that
Anthony
one.
loves that one.
I thought Dot Hack was just very slow paced though.
The anime
So,
was slow.
It was slow, but I mean, so's your online life on the
The
video
What was
games
game.
the
were
other one
better.
you didn't like?
Ooh, the games were
Frieren,
good.
Because that was too
Okay, I
slow-paced.
liked it after.
I like
made him
Frieren.
Okay, we continued it, and
It's
I
good.
really,
because
really
she has
liked it.
Asperger's and it's so nice.
She really does, but she's also like such a badass.
I
'Cause
know.
what was it? Because Corey was like, "Is this ever going to pick up?" I was like, "Yes, it is. You just have to watch." And then when the demon showed up, and that one's like, "I'm going to kill you," and she jumped on top of him and goes, boom, and blows up his head. I'm
Right.
like, you go, bitch.
Yeah.
That, and then the way that she killed what's her name? Something the guillotine.
Mm-hmm.
I love that part
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Where she's like, KYS, and just walks away. And she's like, and does it. I'm like, hardcore mode. Hardcore. But have you finished season 2 with it?
Of what? Free Run?
Yeah.
I didn't know there's a season 2 out.
Yeah.
Is it in English?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
You watched the one where they do the mage trial,
Oh,
haven't you?
yeah. Is that season 2?
Yeah, I
it
think
is.
that's
Oh, I
season
totally
2.
thought that was all season 1.
Or was it just one?
Was it? Is it one? Maybe it was all
Maybe.
just
I
one.
think it might
Either
have
way,
been
I
one.
really like that one too.
Yeah,
I
I'm
hate
caught
the.
up to, with all whatever new episodes Crunchyroll has.
Oh well, I hate the little cunty elf that doesn't like her.
Like, it made me want to actually go read the manga for it.
Ooh, here's a kicker. Now don't bring up your novel because I haven't read it.
I know.
I downloaded manga apps for me to start reading some.
Wow, I'm proud of you.
I know I'm gonna become a reader, not like fucking you guys, but a semi-reader. Anyways, Anthony,
You get
what's
to
a
look
good?
at pictures.
I do get to look at pictures. I like the picture book deal in. What's an anime you like, Anthony?
I really like Bungo Stray Dogs. Have you guys watched it?
I tried to get into it, I couldn't.
My nieces really love it because I see that she watches it on my Crunchyroll, and Corey accuses me of it all the time.
Well, I'm surprised you don't watch it. It's your perfect sense of humor because literally the first episode starts with one of the characters attempting to constantly unalive himself and failing.
Yeah, every
could
time
see
he
that.
tries, he fails. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
He
There's
keeps
that.
looking for strategies on how to do it.
That's the whole concept, is just him doing that?
Well, that's a
there's like a
side
whole-
joke of
yeah.
the anime, but the main premise of the anime is essentially they build like everyone gets these superpowers and
It's
they're
like
doing a detective.
work,
Oh.
kind of. It's interesting.
I forget the name of the one that I watched because there's an isekai one that's kind of like that because he tries to off himself and his power then becomes like death. So
Oh,
like
I know
anything
which
that
one you're
touches
talking
him, they
about.
just start dying.
Oh.
And then he's a writer, so then his big power is that he can write people out of that world.
Okay.
And
Like the fairy tale guy.
yeah. So he sits there and like the whole time he's going around with a bottle of, what is it?
Pills.
It's pills just
Yeah.
to try to like kill himself because he keeps eating them the whole time. And the elf that's like in love with him, like part of his powers is that he's immune to poison. So he can't die no matter how many times he tries. That one's pretty funny. I like that one. What were you talking about, Dylan?
I don't know. What was I talking about?
I don't know. I feel like you said something.
No.
Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm
You
hearing
are.
things.
What about reincarnated as a
I
slime?
was just gonna say another
Ooh,
isekai. Yeah.
I
That's
love that
good.
one. Who's your favorite character? I'm going to judge you depending on
In
who you
it?
say. Boop, boop,
I don't
boop.
know.
Boring. Do you guys have a favorite? Yours is probably Rimuru because you always like the main.
Yes, I like the
do
main
like
character.
I'm trying to think of who's in it. I haven't seen it in a hot minute.
I like the what's her face?
Malim,
Yes.
the dragon girl.
Yes.
See, I know you, bitch. I know you. I like Benny Maru. That's my favorite. And then I've looked up all the spoilers. I know who he marries and all that.
Oh.
And then I also love the demons. Because those are hardcore bitches, like Diablo, and then he's gonna get 3 more demons on his side from Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was in the movie. If you guys watched the movie,
We have not.
Have you watched the movie?
yeah,
Oh, is it on Crunchyroll?
yeah,
Oh, I don't think I watched it.
Who's the dragon that's like really
Beldora?
obnoxious? Yeah.
him, and then his 2 sisters, because one of them you've already met in it, and then the other one's coming in soon.
Attack on Titan's good.
I didn't like it.
It is too extra. It is just too
So because
extra.
of all the like naked giants that you don't like.
No, it's just the voices. The voices feel so exaggerated to me. Like there's like
That's anime for you, though.
well, no, but there's like a normal scream, and then there's like an extra layer beyond scream.
Well, they're getting eaten by giants. don't
Yeah.
you? Wouldn't you scream?
I
Where
mean,
would you go?
It feels a little artificial.
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
cartoon.
It is a cartoon.
So, I mean,
I never watched it, so I have no real opinion
I
on
tried
this.
watching the first couple episodes. I just couldn't get
it
into
took me like
it.
3 tries to get into it.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't think I've fully finished it.
Well, we could talk about anime forever.
Seraph of the End, that one's a decent one.
I never watched that either. That's the one with the
Haven't heard of it.
vampires, right?
Yes.
Because
Where they slaughter all those little kids in the very beginning.
sounds like something you would enjoy.
It was good.
You also love the beginning of Goblin Cave. Or not Goblin Cave, that's the gay one. Not Goblin Cave, the gay one, but Goblin Slayer. Dylan likes both, though.
Not a surprise.
Do not
Great
Google
catch
Goblin
up.
Cave. Not under my recommendation. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break, and then we are going to do our final thoughts. So we will be right back. Yeah. So, we are back with our final thoughts, and for this, we're going to have fun, and we're either going to say our favorite anime or our least favorite
Why
anime.
not one of each?
Because then it'll turn into a long-ass discussion.
Oh, okay.
And we're trying to wrap this up, Dylan.
Okay.
Save it for part 3 if we do that. Anyway, Dylan, what is your favorite and or least favorite?
My least favorite is Inuyasha. I don't
totally
like
get
it.
that.
It's boring. I always thought it was so boring.
And it takes forever for them to get Naraku. And it's
Yes.
just like, come on, girls. Like, pick up the pace. And then she just jumps back and forth through time. I don't care for it. Your thoughts on Inuyasha?
I liked it. I mean, I've only seen like a few episodes of it. But
Favorite character?
Inuyasha.
Well, of
Isn't there a
course.
squirrel dude? Like a little boy or something?
He's a fox.
Oh, whatever. Not Inuyasha. Isn't there?
Inuyasha's
Yeah,
a
there's
dog.
there's
Okay.
a squirrel, a mini squirrel
Yeah,
character.
That's what I thought.
He's a fox demon.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's not a
fox.
squirrel.
He looks like a squirrel.
God.
That's what I
Well,
thought.
clearly you guys don't like it if you don't even remember that.
Oh, I like it.
I also didn't like the Escaflowne.
I never watched it. I
was
turned it on for
boring.
like 10 minutes and I couldn't get into it, so I shut it off.
Like the anime was good, but the movie was boring as fuck.
Why'd you say it so quietly?
I didn't want to get yelled
Who's
at for
watching this
cussing.
now?
It's only the first 90 seconds. That was the one thing producer Katie taught us from our very first episode. You can't cuss in the first 90 seconds. Anyways, anything else you want to say about your favorite and or least favorite?
No.
Kayla, favorite or least favorite?
I will say least favorite instead of Naruto this time. I'll say Dragon Ball Z. And that's because the first thing I ever saw was the Broly movie, and it was
Oh.
horrific. And then I've only seen like the sped up, like funny version of Dragon Ball Z. I forget
The
what they call that.
abridged
Yeah,
version.
the abridged.
The one where they don't
Make
take
fun.
5 hours or 5 episodes just to charge up one attack.
Yeah.
I hate Dragon Ball Z for that same reason. But that's also why I like Bleach, because I don't feel like their fights drag on despite what Dylan
I like the
say.
Frieza storyline, but that's what I grew up with.
Wait, you telling me you guys didn't sit there and try to go Super Saiyan in front of the TV?
No,
No.
we're not stupid.
Well,
Just you.
okay then. Just me.
Instead, we were Sailor Scouts, and Dylan was like, make me a beautiful reporter. And I said, make me a
I never actually pretended to be a
mediocre."
Sailor Scout.
I don't think I did either. But I did. You take my Thai Beanie Babies, TY, and pretend that they were the Spice Girls as a kid. I
That's
did do
okay.
that. Well, I am a fag, so of course I've done fag shit, Dylan. Kayla does hot girl shit, and I do fag shit. It's just the way it is. Anyway, any other comments that you would like to make on your love obsession of Dragon Ball Z?
No, not really. That's it.
It's just not worth it.
I didn't like Dragon Ball Z at all. Other than Boo. I liked Boo. Boo was adorable.
I think it always
your
confused me
hair
because, like,
He was my favorite because he was fat and he just wanted to eat.
I think it all just confused me because, like, for one minute, Goku was like the main character, but then it was Gohan, and I don't know. I just like got halfway through.
And I still never forgave Bulma for cheating on
Vegeta.
no, Chien or whatever his name was, the first guy that she was with. Yamcha, that's his name. She was
Oh.
with Yamcha, and then she cheated on Yamcha with Vegeta, and then
Who's
she married
Yamcha?
Vegeta. Exactly. He was only in it for a little bit because he basically left because she cheated on him because she is a what whore.
Okay.
I'll never forgive her. Yamcha was a cute anime guy, and he didn't deserve that. Not for her to have a short king. Fuck that.
Wasn't
Can't
there
even-
like a blackface character in it too?
Yes! Mr. Poe!
Yeah.
Do you remember the blackface character?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure I wasn't crazy.
It's funny though that that's what you remember. Wasn't there a blackface character? Mr. Poe, he hung out with what was
Piccolo?
not Piccolo, Kami, is that his name? The
Hell
other
if I
green
know.
dude. I don't know. All I know is that they have the cute turtle on the little island that Master Roshi lived on. And how does he get food out there? He lives on an island in the middle of
DoorDash?
nowhere. DoorDash.
Was he the one with the
Yes.
like the little
The
hat?
turban?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Turban.
He trained Goku, who, again, Vegeta sucks because he's always playing catch up to his brother, so he's never going to be
How
number
long was
one.
Goku in that, like, the spaceship? Because didn't he have to go into a spaceship to go to a different planet?
Yes, it felt like 3
I don't like
seasons.
this.
3 seasons of just him in a spaceship, like doing push-ups, and it's
Right.
like, we get it, you're
Yeah.
ripped. Go fight somebody. I couldn't stand that show. That was a good pick.
Yeah.
Obviously, we
I
just
got
ranted
that
about
out.
that. Okay, Anthony, good or bad? Which one do you like?
I'll do least.
Okay, what is it?
All right. So the newest.
You don't have to scream.
The newest season. Sorry. The newest season of Fairy Tale.
Ooh,
I think that's
we've
pretty
talked
bad.
about this.
Yeah, I haven't even finished it. It makes me sad.
It's so
Yeah.
predictable and just dragged on, and it just.
Again, you don't have to yell a little
Sorry.
Just loud.
bit. You just
Speaker
get
in
very
general.
loud.
Yeah.
It needs to end. Sorry.
You better be. I agree with you though because
I didn't finish it. It
it's too
disappointed
fan
me.
servicey
Yeah.
and it's driving
Yeah.
me nuts. Like I don't like that. What's his name? Where I'm at, they just got to the moon dragon lady, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't watched it
I
since.
don't. Do we even make it to that? I don't think we
I don't-
did.
They also changed Levy's voice actor.
Yeah,
And it's weird.
they. I will tell you that I cover your ears if you don't want to hear a spoiler, but
No,
if
I
you
don't
hate it, then
care.
you don't care. Lucy is not a celestial wizard.
Well, what is she? Worthless?
She is a
She is though.
She's a summoner, Dylan.
Okay.
I guess in one of the newest
Is that
things.
her excuse for not being able to fight on her own at
I
all?
guess, and one of the newest things because I saw it on the TikTok because that's where I get all my spoilers is the TikTok. But she was declared a summoner instead because she can technically summon anybody through a gate. She just has to want to bring them
The
because
only
she
thing
summoned.
she can summon are tears.
But I guess she summoned the water or sea dragon god.
Clearly, because she
to, like,
cried.
Yeah, because she was getting her ass beat, and she was like, "Who can save me? Seawater dragon!" And then he came and just like fucked everybody up for her. But I mean, if she's a summoner, respect. But girl, get your powers in check. Stop crying. Be cool. Because then they were like, she could technically, if Natsu was way on the other side of the world and she needed his help, she could just summon him through a gate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, girl, you need to stop crying.
Yeah.
She's in some. We were at a point where she was in like a celestial world, and or not really a celestial world, but like a different world with the moon dragon.
Was it the Edalus when they went to Edalus?
Edalus, and Aquarius can just appear whenever she wants, so she shows up to help Lucy. And it's like, wow, even the one that ditched you, you have to come crying back to get.
I liked Aquarius. She was mean.
She was cunty.
Mm-hmm.
She was cool. I agree with you, Anthony. I think that this new season of fairy tale is just freaking awful. We tried to play the video game. The video game was
it good?
awful.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
It's just hit A 3 times, then hit X. Hit A 3 times, then hit X.
Yee.
It is boring battle. Tales, though, that's a good action-y RPG. That one I'm having a lot of fun with, even though that the main character's dad like tries to gaslight him a lot, kind of like what you do to people. It's like, he sits there and Dylan saw the part.
Yeah.
Sophie dies and the dad's like, "See, this wouldn't have happened if you listened to me, child." And he's like, "Okay, I'll never leave the house again." And he's like, "Yes." But then his dad's dead now, so everything worked out. His brother hates him though, because his dad also like sold his brother off to, this is Tales of Graces remastered, so if you don't want to listen, shut it off. But he sold his brother Hubert to another family, and then he was like, "Where's my brother Hubert?" And his dad's like, "You don't have a brother. What are you talking about? He's no longer your brother." And he's like, "Okay." And I'm like, it's just normal. And Dylan cracked me up because he did the Lisa Rinna thing where she goes, "Gaslighting, gaslighting." And it cracked me up. But I'm going to do my usual where I say one that I go back and forth with because I love it and hate it all at once because it's my all-time favorite, but I also despise it at the same time. Bleach.
Yep.
Every
I
single
could see
time.
that.
I love it, and then I hate it because this last season has just been like, let's kill everybody off, and I don't like that.
Well, yeah, they're just done. They're
But you love
tired.
Rukia, right? That's your
Oh, I
favorite.
hate Rukia. I've done so many rants about how stupid she is on this. It's just like, again, when she becomes a captain, and they're like, "Who can do Bankai?" Because like everyone's dead. She's like, "Me," and they're like, "Anybody?"
Anybody else?
Anyone else? And she's like, "But I'm really good." "Did you win a fight?" And she's like, "Yeah." "On your own?" "No." "Can you release your Bankai on your own?" "Well, in order for me to put it back into the sword form, my brother has to tell me how to do it and like talk me off the ledge." "Well, cool. Anybody else?" "Rangiku, you have a Shikai. You want to be the captain?" "No, I'm good." "God damn it, Rukia." So that's how she becomes a captain. It's
Pretty
literally
much.
how it happened. And they don't want to end it because now he's going to do the Hell arc. Which that'll be fun because it's supposedly going to be the original captains versus the new captains.
Okay.
So, because they're all in hell because they were terrible people. Which makes sense because it was founded on murderers.
Even the healer one?
Unohana was the most notorious villain in all of
Okay.
history.
Oh.
She murdered people,
Girl, I
Dylan.
barely got through the first season.
Her Bankai was really cool because it's literally designed, Minazuki, is so that she can keep killing you and bringing you back until she's done killing you. So, like,
Good.
just imagine you get, like, your head cut off, then you wake up and you're like, "Holy shit, I thought I was dead." Nope. And then she kills you again and again and again. And that's the only reason Kenpachi won. Because she kept bringing him back until he could kill her.
Shush, I love Kenpachi.
He's fucking weak.
He's my favorite.
He's
And
a
then-
cool character.
Corey's like, "What happened to the pink-haired girl?" She's a sword. Spoiler alert.
We knew that though.
She's a sword. Which, I don't care. He was stupid. Anyways, any other good ones that you guys want to talk about before we call it?
So wait, what parts of it do you not like except for Rukia?
Rukia. I don't like that they killed Unohana. I don't like that they're killing everybody off in this final arc. I don't like that Ichigo always has to save the day because he sucks. Uryu is a dumb little bitch, and everybody's always like, Uryu's only
Isn't
doing
that
it.
the Quincy dude?
Yes.
Okay.
He's so annoying this season. I just wish that they
What's
would kill
new?
him.
He's been annoying this whole time.
They're like, "Oh, turns out he's been helping the Quincy's because his grandpa told him he needs to stop him." And it's like, just kill him.
He's the square, right?
Yeah, he's killed so many Soul Reapers. Just kill him. Like, I'm sorry, Dylan. If you kept turning on me like that, I'd kill you, little buddy. And I wouldn't think twice. I'd be like, maybe you should have thought about it. Though the creator did say, back to my girl Unohana, that the reason that Aizen ran from her back in the day was he knew how strong she was and he knew that fighting her would exhaust him. So he ran. He would win, but he knew that it would exhaust the shit out of him to fight her
Okay.
because she's crazy. Because the way that you hurt Aizen with his sword is you just have to hold on to the sword so that then you weren't hurt with his hypnosis. And that bitch would have grabbed that fucking sword. You know she would have. She was nuts. But I can't wait for the original 13 captains because I want to see how cool they are.
Okay.
My Yuri's a fun one. He has that giant baby that gave birth to another baby. Babies be having babies.
Any more thoughts on Bleach?
I can do this all night.
I know you can.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
We'll talk about Don because Kayla wanted to talk about that, and then we'll call it. And
it.
I need to shut up about Bleach before I go on for another hour.
Right. I like Don.
It's just so weird.
It is.
It still has the best line ever, and I told Dylan's brother this too, where the old lady says, "I'll let you suck on my teat if you let me." What is it?
Have your dong.
Yes, if you give me your dong. I love Turbo Granny.
Yeah, one of my buddies wants to cosplay as Turbo Granny.
Kind of funny, yeah.
You could do Turbo Granny.
Oh yeah, we got that convention coming up.
Yeah, you could do the cat form.
I don't know.
That's a no.
You'll get molested because they'll be like furry and attack you
Yep.
if you dressed up as that cat. Granted, I would laugh.
Maybe not.
I wouldn't help you, but I would laugh.
True.
I'm ready for season 2 of that. And do you think?
too.
Obviously, she's going to end up with the nerdy boy, but
Yeah.
I selfishly want her little like friend that she grew up with to be a homosexual. I need more gay characters. Four Nights of the Apocalypse has a homo. He admitted
really?
it. Yeah, he flat out admitted that he was in love with the green-haired boy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want more representation out there. In a world where Trump tells us trans don't exist, we need more representation.
Okay.
Wow, you're silent. Why are you silent, Dylan? Do you not agree?
No, I do. That's why I said okay.
Do you hate people?
I hate you.
I mean, that's fine. Do you hate
Exactly.
gay people? Is that what this is about?
I don't
Do
think
you-
so.
Do you?
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, get out of here.
With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Thank you. Please like, follow, subscribe. I'm doing this with my eyes open so that Dylan won't comment. And we are on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Patreon. Still nobody on Patreon, so please, someone follow us. I'm going to try to do more open mics. What are you going to try to do?
Finish this book and then actually beat video games.
I'll watch Princess Jellyfish, maybe.
Maybe.
What are you two going to do?
Girl.
Shut up.
Same old.
Same old,
Same
same old.
old.
Shut up, Dylan.
Just saying.
Watch more anime.
And as Dylan likes, stay humble.
Ew.